me to change, they want me to change, but I ain't changing. Nah, I remain the same.
And you are now tuned into another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, brought to you by M3S3 Clothing. Men make moves and suckers stand still. And as always, on the mighty Nerd DJs Radio Network. Y'all already know, man. Legend after legend, week after week, the shit don't change. And today is absolutely no exception. We have the phenomenal, the unparalleled, the unrivaled, the superhuman vocal cords, Mr. Sam Watson himself. How you doing, King?
Yes, sir. What up, though? We coming in strong. We coming in right today. What's going on, bro? What's going on, man?
Man, how you doing, man? How's your family?
Oh, the family's good, man. We over here chilling, grinding, hungry. You know what I'm saying? Every
I
day.
feel you on that, man. Sam Watson is everywhere.
Yes,
You
sir.
got features with everybody. You know, people is talking about you.
Man.
How does it feel, man?
Man, it's surprising every single time because it's like me. I'm like the person that likes to watch, like to spectate a lot. I like to just watch people bloom out of from the stuff that we worked on together and just watch them shine. But then hearing it's like, oh, I know who you are. I'm like, damn, you know who I am. I don't know who you are. That's crazy. But I love it. I love the fact that I'm spreading positivity and just hearing good things from other people about me. So I think it's a blessing, and I just want to continue to inspire and continue to grow and grow a big foundation off of that. You know what I'm saying?
What's pissing you off nowadays?
What's pissing me off?
Yes.
Labels, honestly. Labels because I don't want to be too harsh, but basically they'll sign anything that will gain numbers in a minute and then drop them just as quick. You know what I'm saying? They don't necessarily care about the talent. They don't necessarily care about the talent. They don't care about the how much work they put in. They only care about if the numbers are beneficial for them and if they can still rub it off. At least that's what I get from a lot of these labels. You know what I'm saying? At least that's what I get from just looking on the outside in. You know what I'm saying?
Are labels even necessary nowadays?
In my opinion, that I think that's a really tough question because in a lot of people's minds, a lot of people would say yes because, you know, that is a big machine behind them, right? You know what I'm saying? They need that push. They need that machine to push them and to get it to the level that they want it to be. You know what I'm saying? They can do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just the business side of things that they need to handle. So yes, it can be very beneficial. Yes, it can be very helpful. Yes, you can get connects. It's so much that comes with that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of baggage and a lot of success, a lot of ups and downs. Without it, I would say it wouldn't hurt to be without a label because there's many prime examples of people who been successful without labels. You know what I'm saying? You got Chance the Rapper, you got 21 Savage before he got signed. Last time I checked, he still owns his masters. And then at some point he signed to a label because he had that leverage, you know what I'm saying? Because he could do what he wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? So it's a very thin line between yes and no. I would say yes if you know that you can be consistent, number one. Number two, still be consistent in the world of making good music, you know what I'm saying? Something that is still relatable to the fan base that's growing exponentially. And then I say no if you don't want to go that route of, you know, just being controlled in a sense, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say yes and no, you know what I'm saying? Depending on your situation. It's very difficult question for me, you know what I'm saying?
Musically, do you have like a wheelhouse? Is there something where you like, okay, this is my pocket right here?
Man, it's like 1 minute I'm in a lot of pockets, you know what I'm saying? But the main pocket is like 1 minute, one day I could be on some Tank vibes, you know what I'm saying? I want to be in his pocket, like I want to be Sex, Love, and Pain 1 and 2 Tank vibes, you know, so, or I want to be, you know what I'm saying, Chris Brown when he put out Fame and Fortune or put out his current album 1111. Like it really just every day changes for me, you know what I'm saying? So can I find a specific pocket? Yes, I think my pocket is more so me tapping into my emotions a lot deeper than usual, you know what I'm saying? That might sound cliche to a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Because of course every artist makes music from emotions, situations, anything,
They
honestly.
don't though. I think that's the problem in music today. Is that
Do you?
it's more cookie cutter. and not we don't have enough emotions in music. And I mean from hip hop to R&B to whatever, it used to be more of a balance.
I would kind of disagree with you that with that. I think it's just I think people don't agree with the emotions that people are going with.
Mm.
Like I don't agree with a lot of the stuff. You know what I'm saying, but that doesn't mean it's not coming from someplace. You know what I'm saying? It comes from somewhere. It could be an inspiration. It's like, oh, I feel like I want to be in that same bag as this person. That's some type of that's some type of inspiration. I feel like I want to be this person. But in terms of just like emotion, I think it's still there. It's just whatever your vibe is at the moment. It's like if you're feeling this, that's your vibe. That is what you're feeling at the moment. That is your preference. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just preference.
Hmm. And maybe you might be right. And maybe it's not that there's no emotions, it's just that the emotion is like one lane of emotions.
Right.
The vulnerability is not there.
Yes. 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 Yeah. Vulnerability is very important, especially in the R&B world. You know what I'm saying? It's like people feel like it's not there, and I can see why a lot of people would think that to a degree. You know what I'm saying? But it's there. It's just not the way you want it. You know what I'm saying? It's not your preference. You prefer my man's Lenny over, to somebody else today. You know what I'm saying? You prefer maybe Jodeci over somebody else today. You know what I'm saying? It's just that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just all preference.
And sorry about that. I don't know why I keep my dryer just keeps
Hey
flipping.
man, we doing it's laundry day. It's laundry day every day, man. I don't care. Buzz, buzz, buzz,
Oh my
man.
god, I hate washing clothes.
I don't. It's
Really?
satisfying. It's satisfying to know you got clean clothes and you can clean them.
Yeah, but I like for that shit to magically happen.
Just a snap of your finger, be like,
Man,
ha,
nigga. Like I
ha.
just put them in the basket, they come back folded and clean.
I was like, you put this in the basket, it cleans them up. You put it in the other, you throw them out in this other basket. It just magically goes in your closet.
Who are you listening to?
Man, it's a lot. I listen to so much every day. I made a playlist with just stuff that I feel and that I like, and it's very all around the world type stuff. One day I could be listening to Tank. Like I said, I love Tank. I could be listening to Breezy, international artists that were well-known artists and artists that I think are that deserve the spotlight. Like Trevor Jackson, Jacob Lattimore, Nayo. I think Nayo is slept on as Sir.
You
There
say
it.
Nail?
Oh yeah, Nayo. Yeah,
Nail.
Not Neo. Nayo. Nao.
Oh, there's another mother. Oh wow. I did not know
She,
that.
nah, look her up. Her voice is very. I would say is a very rare voice because it's like that's the last thing you would expect coming out of her mouth. You know what I'm saying? Nao is really dope. But yeah, I listen to so much, man. It just I could go to Motown one of these days. I can go all the way up to
Who you listening to? Like who's your go-to Motown artist?
go to Motown, man. There's so many. Really, number one, my top two, Temptations.
So
Yeah,
so criminally underrated.
I don't think they're criminally underrated at
I
all.
think they are.
Nah,
If you,
nah,
I mean, like if you look at groups like Jodeci is still spoken well of. People
of
don't
course.
really bring up the Temptations like they should.
No, I think they do, and they don't have to verbally say, "Oh, what about the Temptations?" No, they can literally say the music. You can't go anywhere without knowing this one little tune. Do 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 do. Anybody knows what
Yeah,
that is.
you ain't lying about that.
So like you don't have to. In my opinion, you don't have to talk about the Temptations. You could just sing the song and watch everybody jump in. Like I don't know why, but hey, I'll join in. I guess you say.
Man, that's a classic joint right there.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course they got thousands upon thousands of classics, but
Crazy.
like I would say they're definitely known for My Girl. That is their
Papa
one.
was a Rolling Stone too.
Oh yeah, boy.
Like I still bang Papa. Man, I probably was listening to that last week.
You know what's crazy? I was doing the dishes the other day and I was just singing that randomly. I don't know why. It was the 3rd of September.
Oh my god. Matter of fact, I think Dre Sconey has got kind of like a. I don't know if it was Papa was a Rolling Stone, but he's got like an ode to the Temptation song,
Mm.
and I can't remember the name of it, but it's pretty fucking dope. All
Oh
right,
man.
who else you listening to in the Motown?
So top two for me, Temptations and Stevie Wonder.
Ooh,
Those are the people I grew up like the heaviest, especially when the Temptations movie documentary, as they put it, came out first, and then I was just already hooked on Stevie because my dad would play him every day, everywhere we go. And then as I started to learn about other artists that were in the Motown era, I was just like really like, okay, there's Marvin Gaye, there's I was gonna say Donnie, but Donnie was not signed to them. I wish he had been. I fell in love with the Supremes at some point. Um,
really?
I fell in love with the Supremes because of Dreamgirls. I know it wasn't based off of that, but it just reminded me of them. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to tap in with them and see what's going on. Smokey on his own before. Yeah, I like Smokey on his own. Off solo Smokey, to me, it was really clean. Um, who else was signed to?
I,
There
I
was
don't know if like I'm trying to think.
who else was signed to
Definitely
Motown?
like for black companies. I don't know if anybody had as big a collection of Hall of Famers,
Then Motown.
and I don't know if it was close.
No, not even close at all. Like a lot of the music today stemmed from Motown,
Oh
and a lot of labels wanted to be Motown. Atlantic was doing good. They had Ray Charles, and he was being real consistent at some point. Um, Atlantic had so many great artists. I'm trying to figure out RCA before it was RCA. RCA Records had good ones. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
RCA been like they was like huge back in those days.
But Motown had a sound that everybody wanted to emulate.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? Like once Motown came into the picture back in the early 60s, it was just like, yeah, we wanna top that, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of labels wanted their artists once they broke off
yeah, and
with Motown.
they had a phenomenal formula for
Hmm.
how to develop artists.
Yeah, they made them work. They made them work. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, look, you can sing, but you can't dance. You need to learn how to dance. You can sing, but you can't perform. You can't look at an audience when you sing. I need you to open your eyes. Like they got the training that they needed to become the greatest of they ever been. Like when you watch a Temptations performance, the movement it looks simple, but it's not. You know how much cardio goes into that, multitasking, singing, catching breath, and then doing cartwheels. I'm not saying all that, but basically they put in the work. They showed you, hey, look, this ain't easy, but we make it look easy. And and they still consistent to this day.
Oh my goodness, man!
To this day, they still
Nobody's bigger
touring.
than the group.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Come on now. I know David didn't say that in real life, but I wish he had, honestly.
Yeah, he might have. He seems like that type of cat that would have said that.
He would have. He probably would have said it, but I know for a fact that the actor
Mhm.
claimed that he did not say that in real life. He just came up. He came up with that as just as a random pickup line. He said, "Yo, if I was David, did that piss you off?" He said, "Yeah." I was like, "That's probably something David would have said." I'm like, you're not
Yeah,
wrong."
you ain't lying about that. What's
So
the Sam Watson show like?
Sam Watson show is very intimate. I'm a very intimate person when it comes to my shows because my music is just the type of music where I want you to feel the emotion that you're trying to reject. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to feel at this moment or not feel at all. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to feel it by yourself. So it's fun. It's chanty because I got some songs that are very chanty. It's like
Hmm.
when I say this, you say that. You know what I'm saying? And it's reciprocated well. And I try to make sure that it is reciprocated by trying to like really tap in with the audience. And for years, it took me a minute to really find that formula of what I wanted to go with. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to build up. I was like, okay, this song is a little too slow for this. And of course, reading the room is very important for artists that really don't go outside and perform. It's like you got to know what it will lift their spirits up in the moment, and you definitely got to know when it's gonna be like, oh, it's that time. You know what I'm saying? So I would say it's just intimate. You'll feel me, you'll see me, and I interact with you. You know, I'm talking to y'all, and it's fun. At least I try to make it as fun as possible. You know what I'm saying?
What's the song that is the most emotional for you to perform?
The most emotional to perform. You know, it's crazy. A lot of the songs that most of the emotional songs that I have not performed. Most of the songs, the emotional songs, didn't come out until during the pandemic. So that once that was closed, I couldn't perform those songs at all. I had to move on to the next chapter. But I think the most emotional song is a song called "When." I got a song called "When." It's just one of those songs where it's just like you having a one-on-one conversation with your significant other, and it's just like, look, let me tell you something. I'm not I'm gonna tell you how I feel, and I'm not coming from this place. I'm giving you that reassurance, and let me just reassure you that, hey, look, I'm just speaking from the heart. No ill intentions, no nothing but pure love and concern. That's it. That song alone to me is one of my favorites to perform.
Why won't you perform the pandemic songs?
The
Or you
pandemic
don't
song.
those songs?
It's not that I don't want to perform those songs. It's just like whenever I move on to the next chapter, that's not, those songs don't pop up in my head. It's like my focus is like, okay, I have to push these specific songs right here because this is where it's at. This is what I'm feeling. Like, could I go back and add it into that set? I could. I really could. It's just never crossed my mind. So don't give up on me yet. Who knows? I might just throw in one of my saddest songs in there and sing my heart out.
You know, I interviewed the Russell. I don't know if you're familiar with
Yeah,
him,
yeah,
but that's one of the things that he was pointing out is that don't give up on content
right.
because it doesn't hit this day or this week or this month or this year. Doesn't mean that it won't hit. It just means it wasn't time for it to hit at
Mm,
that moment.
right.
So yeah, nigga, like some of the pandemic shit was the most introspective shit of this generation.
On everything I love, it was the most time you would ever have to spend to yourself and really just learn stuff.
It was uncomfortable for us all.
It was very uncomfortable. It was very disturbing. It was very shocking. You know what I'm saying? Very, very unbelievable because of the fact like we're living in a pandemic now. Now we got to stay inside. This virus is killing people, literally. You know what I'm saying? You could get it at any time, anywhere. It's like, and the only thing you got to do is be isolated in your home all day for the next however many months we stayed, and then it build up to it. Man, that build up would make you go crazy, and so it did. It
Did it
did.
make you a better musician or a better artist per se?
I think it made me a better artist. I think it did. I think just being alone contributed to just the inspiration behind it because it was like now you have to sit there and find inspiration from the inside looking out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that sometimes could be difficult because it's like you really got nowhere to look for inspiration. And I'm the type of guy like I'll find it anywhere, whether if I experienced it myself or somebody else and I witnessed it or somebody told me, you know what I'm saying? It could honestly stem from me watching an episode of something or a show, whatever the case may be. So I really had to dig deep and pile through a lot of the sadness and the depression that hit a lot of us.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it was I guess it was a mental workout, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it definitely made me into a better artist because that same year I came out with an EP called Release 2. And that was my by far the most vulnerable project I put out because I was going through so much at the time. It was ridiculous, but I love the fact that I was able to let it out in that project, and that project blossomed into something even greater than I expected it to be.
Most successful for you?
Most successful as far as the EP thus far, I would say yes. I would say honestly yes. Yeah, yeah.
And you not,
Damn, that's crazy. Yes.
nigga. If you don't start performing those songs, nigga, I'm gonna suplex you.
Hey man, I fight back.
That's all right. I've been beat up before.
I can RKO niggas. Okay.
Yeah, I've been beat up before, man.
It's like I fought. I used to get bullied as a kid, boy. That trauma don't go away.
Where you from, bro?
I'm from a few places. I was born in Grand Rapids, but never lived there. Um, I moved. So my first hometown was Muskegon, and then second
Shout out to
hometown.
the ski.
Yeah. Ski town, boy. And then second hometown, there are two cities in one. I call it is Ypsilanti and Ann Arbor. I put the two cities together. You call it Arby's. You feel me?
Although Ann Arbor would be upset with you about doing
I do not give a fuck. I do not care.
that.
Ann Arbor, y'all know what y'all are. Y'all bougie. And
Oh, extremely.
I've lived there, so I know what y'all capable of.
Yeah.
And I love it. You know what I'm saying? In Ipsy, you got the side that everybody, a lot of black people are used to. You know what I'm saying? It's just dominantly white. I mean, dominantly black. Jesus. But with Ann Arbor, it's just very versatile. You see any type of nationality there, any type of ethnicity there, which was beautiful. So those are my two hometowns. That's where I'm from. I'm from Muskegon, Ann Arbor, and Ipsy.
Yeah, I've been to all three.
Yeah.
Actually, my checks went to Ann Arbor too. One of my kids graduated. One of my daughters graduated from Michigan.
Oof, man, great school. My dad went to school there. That's how I ended up there in the first place.
Oh, man, it is a great school. It was actually, you know what I want to say, it was a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be.
As far as just like the whole experience of going there and getting in there and tuition, all that.
Just what I needed to pay for her to keep going to school,
Ah,
tuition, room and board. It was not as expensive as like my youngest daughter went to Bowling Green,
mm,
and Bowling Green was like 3 times more expensive
ah, I believe it.
because it was out of state.
Makes sense. Makes sense. It was so many. I did so many things living in Ann Arbor because we lived on campus. I forgot the name of the apartments, but them apartments was so dope, and it was such a huge apartment complex. It was just ridiculous. It go for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the free buses. You know what I'm saying? It take you pretty much anywhere,
Anywhere,
anywhere in Ann Arbor. I used to go downtown Ann Arbor, take the free bus every day. Even when I went to school, it was like, oh yeah, I took a city bus to get to school. But if I wanted to stay downtown, take the city bus downtown, take the blue bus back home, literally, because there was so many benefits off of that, and I miss that. Those are the days I miss, just going on the blue bus and just cruising somewhere.
At what point did you realize that music was for you?
Music was for me. I was 16. I was 16 when I took it seriously, finally, because before then I was always writing and performing these songs, but I didn't have any place to record. I didn't know nothing about studios, recording, didn't know nothing at anything.
Mm-hmm.
So the last straw was people consistently asking me, "Are these songs out? Are these songs out? Where can I find them?" I'm like, I could be blowing up right now if these songs are out right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm performing these songs. That's a formula I had to figure out. So when I was 16, I said, I'm gonna find the studio and figure out the process of it all. And yeah, boom. That's when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take it seriously. So I've been doing it ever since then.
Biggest mistake?
Oh, that's a great question. Biggest. That's tough. I don't know if there was the biggest. I've made mistakes, but the biggest, I don't think I have like one major big mistake. I think it's just small minor mistakes that have accumulated over the years. Like, and some of it is pretty consistent. It's just like working with certain artists and they probably not taking it seriously, or they bullshitting, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's gotta like how. At what point do you find out that they bullshit?
It really depends on the situation, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we all talk, and I have a tendency of doing this, and I stop myself from doing this, where it's like you say, "Oh, I'm not available now," but you make that guarantee that it could possibly happen later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I stopped doing that because as busy as I am, I want to keep true to my word. It's like if I say I want to work with you, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to say it and just to say it, and it doesn't happen for months leading up to years. You know what I'm saying? I think I think one of the most consistent mistakes is just high expectations for people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, people ain't shit.
I come to the realization, hey, look, it's okay. It's like if I say this to people all the time. It's like when they tell me they want to work and they want to book stuff in the future and stuff. I'm like, okay, I when you're ready, hit me up.
Yeah.
That's that. And when you're ready to do it, let me know, and then I'll be
Yeah.
here. You know what I'm saying?
In
That
person, and the we ain't in the same room person. Oftentimes, it's not the same person.
yep, nope, nope, nope. And I found out the hard way with some people, and that's okay, and that is okay. It's like I learned my lesson. I know how to act around you whenever you say specific things. But outside of that, you still my dog. You still my G. I love you.
No, I can't fuck with you.
Depending on who it is, I get it. But I ain't got to that point where I was like, yeah, I don't fuck with you yet.
Yeah, I have. I'm older,
Hmm.
so my cutoff game has been refined over the years.
Man.
And that's one of the things, man. If you're gonna lie to me about what you'll do with me or for me, what won't you lie about?
Mm. You know what? Yeah, I actually have a big mistake. I consider this a big mistake. I'm not gonna say no names, but I had worked with this artist some years ago, and a friend of mine introduced me to this artist, and this artist was trying to go for a specific sound, and this person couldn't really execute it
Okay.
the way they heard it in their head. Like it was good, like the person was good, but it wasn't up to par. You know what I'm saying? It's like small examples. She wanted to enunciate words a certain way so it can get a specific
Yeah.
audience attention. You know what I'm saying? Type stuff like you would say, I'm right here. Nah, I'm gonna say it like this type shit. I'm like, okay. Like I was like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. My thing was it was just like I think you should stick to what you know first so you can get to that point to get to that level. Because jumping to that level is like, yeah, you got these people that are saying things like, yo, I'm gonna do this for you and do that. And that's what she told me. She had all these opportunities and she is a great networker. Like she got into so many major things,
Hmm.
which is why she was very confident in that word. It was like, hey, if I do this, it's gonna work. And me not seeing that vision and not really understanding it just based off what I was hearing and what she was doing, it made me not believe in that vision.
Mm.
And in doing that, the person asked me to do a song with that. And I was like, okay, let's do it. So we do a song. My first issue, once again, the enunciation of specific words. I said for sure.
Hmm.
She
She
said,
wanted for show.
no, not. I said for sure. I'm sorry. I said for sure. She said for sure. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. All right. However you want to it's your song. She wanted to do specific things on she wanted to add like ad libs on my verse.
Okay.
And I said, no, leave it alone. I think it's fine the way it is. She said, it's my song. I said, it's my verse. I will happily take that shit off if you don't like it.
Oh.
So it's like, yeah, maybe your song, but it's my verse. You ain't write it for me. I wrote this shit myself. Thank you very much. But yeah, she was very unprofessional in that sense, in the sense of like the last straw for me. She had a listening party that for a project that wasn't even done yet. So no. Yeah. That face alone. I would love for you to zoom on your face right now. That face right there.
That's crazy work though. Like who does that?
I thought the project was done because some of the songs we had finished. I'm like, okay, the project's done. And I find out it's not done the day of the EP listening party. And what the sad part is, I felt so bad because nobody showed up.
Oh.
There was only a few people that showed up for it, and I felt so bad. It was just like, and she kept saying, "Yo, I got." She named some big names in there that was supposed to
Hmm.
come because
Hmm.
she connected with him, told him about it, and all this good stuff, and she was getting it ready, and she was outside going crazy. I'm like, she know how to work. She knows what to do, but nobody came, and I felt so bad. But outside of that, she was late to her own party.
Mm.
And she said something that just irritated the shit out of me. And I can't remember exactly, but it was basically saying like sometimes you have to be unprofessional. And then I was like, oh no, never working with this person ever again.
I actually agree, and I'll tell you why. sometimes you gotta, at least from what I've seen on the outside looking in, the diva role is celebrated.
Hmm.
Showing up on time and not being dramatic makes for a long lasting career,
Hmm.
and oftentimes, but there's something to be said for being an asshole. It
She
just
was.
is what it is. Don't ask me why, but showing up late and not necessarily treating everybody the same or treating some people worse. People remember that,
Yeah.
and somehow that gets celebrated.
Not about me. Fuck all that. Not about me. I swear on everything I love. I see this person today. I love her. I love her personality. I love everything about her. I just promised myself I would never work with her again. And I made sure that the friend that introduced me to that person, I say, bro, love your friend, but no, thank you, bro. No, thank you. Never again. So you wouldn't work with her again? Nope. Sorry. And he know about the experience, so because he was there for most of it. So I'm like, all right, cool. Say less. So yeah, never again. I think that was my biggest mistake, just tapping in with an artist that wasn't that just didn't make sense to me. It just the whole thing didn't make sense to me.
So it's more than just about the talent with you.
It has to make sense to me. Yes.
Okay.
Like if you got talent for show, ooh. Second biggest mistake. If you got time to hear this last one, I'm gonna make it quick. I work with another artist, love her to death, and she's cool. Um, I just don't. I decided because of this experience, I decided not to work with artists that don't take it seriously. Mm.
That's understandable.
It was just like I wrote you gems. I wrote you Grammy nominated type songs that get synced up for shows that could go crazy for you, and you you see it, but you're not gonna do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? And the difference is, artists, we struggle. Artists that are not up there yet, we struggle. We have to, get a 9 to 5 so we can support our jobs. Or some people are just going off of just like, oh, I work out of the studio. But at the end of the day, we still trying to make ends meet with bills and all this good stuff.
Yeah.
With this person, she has the financial resources to do whatever she wants. And she's doing whatever she wants, which is beautiful. But it's like you just making the music just to make music, and I don't have that attitude. Like me and her is like a brother and sister thing. We bicker a lot. It's just like, look, I said what I said. Whenever you ready to take the shit seriously, let me know. And I told her straight up. I told her straight up to her face on face. I was like, look here. If you ask me to write you a song in the future, I will do it. But I promise you, I'm a bullshit your song. I'm a bullshit. I'm not, it's not going to be bad or anything like that. I'm just going to be like, this is going to be a very generic song, a song that probably won't be. And who knows? It might go crazy.
Was it
might.
because you felt she was wasting her talent?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I've told her this. I've said this millions of times, and it goes throughout. I feel like it goes through one ear and not the other because she's still saying the same thing at the end. She's still sticking with it. I was like, girl, I don't think you realize you have gems. I wrote two of the most beautiful songs for you, and you wasting it. You're really wasting it. Like these songs are out, and people are gravitating to it slowly but surely. But it's like she don't want to put in that work as an artist. She don't want to perform. I'm like, you got to go outside. You got to get your songs on the radio. Why are you not on the radio right now? Like, yeah, that shit don't really matter, but it's a good look for you. And on top of that, it might catch somebody's attention regardless. You know what I'm saying? Why you not outside? Why you not doing this? Why you not doing that? Now, in her defense, she had a bad experience with her previous team.
Okay.
And like they were doing their actual job. They had her doing all the stuff that I was just talking about, but the experience for her wasn't that good for her.
Okay.
She was making big moves and leveling up really good, but for her it was just like, nah, I don't like this. The way it's being presented, the way it's set up, you know what I'm saying?
It didn't sit right with her.
It didn't sit right with her. It's like people that she tried to connect with, tried to put her in a bubble when she wasn't trying to be in that bubble. Like people tried to take control of her life when she was trying to go a certain route. You know what I'm saying? So whenever she lost that control, and I understand that, she wanted to gain that control back. And now that she has that control back, she don't want to take it seriously. Now the road is, I'm gonna put these songs out. There you go. I asked her what did she expect, and I can't remember, but it wasn't I expect this songs to go good. It was just like, hey, the songs are out. Here you go. I can't deal with that no more.
So what's your newest project?
My newest project, man. I actually just finished it earlier last month, man. The song is a project called Just Listen. And this is the most intimate project for me. This project, it means a couple of things. Just listen, hey, just listen to the project. Do what you do, you know what I'm saying? Feel what you want to feel, listen to this project. But if we want to go into the deeper sense of the title of the name, Just Listen is it forms a couple of words: affirmation for yourself and for the people that are around you, whether if you're in a relationship or a friendship or whatever. Acknowledgement for your own emotions, your own self-reality, and the reality that you created in your head. And also just accountability, because a lot of people in relationships don't take accountability for a lot of things that they cause, you know what I'm saying? And
The women.
the women and the men too. But this one I made it specifically based from the men's perspective, you know what I'm saying? I experienced a lot of stuff, and a lot of those songs were inspired from from those experiences, but also other people's experiences, you know what I'm saying? It's like I've literally watched so many shows lately, and for some reason a lot of women been fucking up with their man or their friend or whatever the case. I'm like, damn, this is gravitating to what I'm going with right now. So Just Listen is a very, very intimate project, and it's the most intimate, like I said, because it's like now I really want niggas and females to really tap into this world that we don't like to tap into, which is cool, which is understandable, but it's not going to go away. I'm here. This is what we go through. This is what you do to us sometimes. And because of that, this is what you get out of that. You know what I'm saying?
What is the biggest mistake men make in relationships?
The communication and assumptions sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I don't, would that be the biggest mistake, honestly?
And I think a lot of I think most women would assume that it's cheating, and it's not. I think communication would probably be.
You know what? I don't think it's even communication at this point, because
Sorry about that.
I guess you wonder where I've been. Yeah, that's the woman right there.
Love that song, though. By the way.
Yes, it is. Beautiful, classic. Love that dude. It's the biggest mistake I think people do in a relationship now. They view is their views on it. Like they have their opinions, and some of the opinions that I've heard consistently now is like they're more for what can you do for me versus what can we do together, what can we build together. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that a lot, and I'm not saying every girl's like that, but most of the stuff that I've seen is just like, yo, you really just here for what this person can do for you and what this person has. You know what I'm saying?
I think that social media has popularized the toxic woman,
Oh yeah.
and I don't think the vast majority of sisters are even remotely close to that.
Mm.
But that's all we see is because those same sisters
Mm-hmm.
are watching this shit.
Yeah.
So are we.
Right.
You know, I can't put them out on the island by themselves, but it's as if we support the negative that we don't like.
Yeah. I think, yeah, you know what? Yeah. Really thinking about it is like the expectation of toxicity. We open that up. We invite it in because that's what a lot in a lot of females' defense, they're used to that. They probably don't know anything else but that. Like, and then on top of that preference, like I want a street nigga that's smart, but he can also fight. You know what I'm saying? I want a street nigga that can fight, but also, really book smart. You know what I'm saying? Or I just want a gangster. or I want to pimp, whatever.
The unrealistic expectations
The
are part of it
unrealistic
too.
expectation is the expectation is like, oh, I want a man that makes six figures. I'm like, okay, so you looking for the one percenters. It's like, it said, where are all the good men at? I'm like, these niggas come up to you all the time and you reject them. Therefore, you think you're the gym. You know what I'm saying? But when let's just say, when you're trying to pursue a person that is in the 1% and that person rejects you, you think that person is the gym and you're the bum to them. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
absolutely. And then if those guys are gonna have standards,
They're definitely gonna have standards. They're gonna
and
have boundaries.
yeah, they're not flexible.
You know what I'm
It is
saying?
what it is. Look, I'm in the top 1%. You a dime a dozen.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna. I can't say what they're going to do and what they're not going to do because I don't know what they do besides just keep their bag flowing and overflowing, basically. You know what I'm saying? Yes, do I think they're going to tend to their significant other and make sure they're good? Of course. But I think the number one thing that they want to make sure to do is make sure that that bag is still secured. You know what I'm saying? But that applies to everybody. Like everybody has their own bag. It's just like, once again, you have preferences. You rather be in a Lambo or you rather be in some type of exotic car versus a vehicle.
Yeah.
Period. Like, nigga, do you have wheels to go back and forth? Yes. That's more than enough. That's rich for me. If you got a car, nigga, if you got a house, if you got an apartment, that's rich. You rich. Like,
Uh, there are finer things that I would like.
there's finer things, but that doesn't mean you broke.
No, it doesn't.
That
But it
does.
also means that like you say, picking the right partner with the right mindset to accompany you on your journey
Mhm.
is crucial.
Yeah, that's one thing, and then of course loyalty. That
Oh,
that can be misread sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, I've heard stories to this day of consistent stories of loyalty being broken in what some way, shape, or form, and you find out in the most heinous way. You know what I'm saying?
man. Oh my God. I seen a video today of this dude. His girlfriend she was just so cold about it. Like, man,
Mm.
stop being a bitch. I'm breaking up with you. Yes, I fucked him. So what?
Shit, what the hell you was watching? That sound like a show.
Bro, my man was crying. Like, he was just, and, it's a lot of people in the comments laughing at dude. And my thing is that we all get that one person
Hmm.
that just has our nose open and completely screws us over.
Yeah,
And it's almost as if we all need that one person to make us better for the right person.
right. But y'all don't realize that. Sometimes we don't realize that. Sometimes we don't.
You don't
You know.
realize it at that moment because you like fuck that person. I hate them. I
And
hope you get hit by a bus.
And the sad part is they might not get over that. They might not be able to get past that. Some people might not be able to because it was that traumatizing for them. It's like all that time they invested into this person, all the
Man,
things they did for them, you know what I'm saying? And just to get all that back in return,
oh,
that's heart wrenching. That's heartbreaking, man.
oh man, trust me, I know. I've been there.
That's have I
Although I will say that prior to that, for a long time, I was just an ain't shit nigga.
hey,
So I don't even know if I was getting, I was just pretty much getting what I had coming to me.
yeah, they be like that. It's like if you're not doing something for yourself, you know what I'm saying? It's not showing. Yeah, they'll some people will call you out. Some people
Oh
will actually call you out. Hey, nigga, get your ass up and get a fucking job. Like you want these things, get it. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be handed to you on a silver platter like your parents did for you. You know what I'm saying?
and you
So
got to be ready for a good partner.
a great partner, yes, and that is the most important thing right there. Yeah, just learning about a person is so stressful nowadays for a lot of people, and I know because, like I said, I just get stories told all the time. It's like one minute they're into this person, and I find out they're not in their life anymore because of XYZ. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, dude, y'all really gotta figure out this dating situation. You know what I'm saying? I think I just got lucky. I think I just got lucky. I got really lucky in the mix of it all. You know what I'm saying? between the pandemic and now, it was crazy. So now I think I'm good now.
I mean, but you were prepared too. So luck is just happenstance plus preparation.
Yeah. And it wasn't just by myself. That's the thing too. It was a team that helped us get together, get this together. You know what I'm saying? It takes
Preparation.
it takes a team.
Yeah, and definitely people underestimate the village it takes to support a healthy relationship.
Hmm. Yeah. Comparing. Oh, another one could be comparing. That could be another big issue. Comparing this person to your previous relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness. I've had to tell women over the years, stop telling me about that nigga.
Mm,
You giving me a roadmap to fuck you over, and you don't realize that.
mm,
And I didn't see it that way. Yeah, apparently that nigga wasn't shit. You told me exactly what that nigga did.
hmm.
Apparently that's something that can be duplicated.
Apparently, that's something that's triggering for you, and I didn't notice. Some people don't. It's like they tell you, yeah, they had a bad relationship, but they don't get into details, which I don't expect them to. You know what I'm saying? But if they was open to it, at least it give me a bigger picture as to, okay, this is why you act the way you act. This is
See,
why you.
I don't need to know all that shit.
I do, me personally, I do because I'm not gonna sit here and get into a bold fucking argument with you because I wasn't aware that something pissed you off based off of what I just said. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden it just reminded you of what this person. No, we gonna talk about that shit. I don't got time for it. You gonna tell me what the fuck happened, and then we gonna, hey, look, I ain't that nigga. Get it through your fucking head. If I wanted to do all this stuff, I would have been did it. So I would have been this nigga twin, okay? Or he would have been it would have been him reincarnated in this body. That's it.
I don't know. The way I look at it is that I'm able to steer the communication ship, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you've been through, I don't necessarily have to be a benefactor of that, or it doesn't have to be an anchor
Right. And
because I
that's
want to come in. I want to come in the room and develop a communication between you and I that I don't have to worry about some of those other things, and nor do you.
and that's where just listening comes in. That's where the EP comes in. These moments that we've been talking about, just some big mistakes, minor mistakes, things that could be fixed, things that could be addressed.
Mm-hmm.
Those all apply to this project, and that's the beautiful part. And that's another reason why I made that project. It's just like so much stuff that we talk about on social media to me doesn't get reciprocated into a project.
Mm.
And if it does, it's heavily slept on. We're not really aware of it like that, or it doesn't really have the spotlight that it deserves.
Mm.
It's like it's out there and it's good, but it's like Tank said, it's like people are scared of love.
Yeah,
People
people
are
are
scared.
scared of love. I
It's
would
like
agree with that.
people are scared of love when black people do it. But Tank did a great example. I don't know if you saw this clip, but it was basically he was on Drink Champs,
Okay.
and he explained that people are scared of love when it comes to black people on the music. And he said, okay, Sam Smith, Stay With Me.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful song, beautiful love song. He sung his ass off.
Yeah.
That song went crazy.
Yeah.
Let Tank sing that song. Different outcome. Really think about it. Sam Smith sung that song and it went crazy. If Tank did that same song and it was his song and he
Mm-hmm.
put it out, I know for a fact that it would be a different outcome.
Hmm. I know that the narrative pushed would be different.
The narrative push would be different. It would be a great push, but it wouldn't be as big as Sam Smith's push.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's not his fault. It's just how the labels work at
Yeah.
this point.
And as a community, we have to share ownership of that because we give away our talents freely.
Yeah. They sleep on it. They're not aware of it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how else to explain it. It's just a lot of things are getting swept under the rug more, or pushed to the side. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Because
listen.
it's all about number. Once again, it's all about numbers. Can you make these numbers or surpass these numbers? You know what I'm saying? And that's a great challenge for anybody. It's like, hey, if you think you can do it, go for it. But like, it's all when it comes to R&B, it's personal.
Yeah,
It's
it
R&B
should
is
be.
all. R&B has always been personal, and it is. It's just projected in a way where people rather hear, what's today. And I ain't got no issue with that. I really don't have no issue with any type of song that you're talking about unless it's too crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's just that's what's popping now versus back in the early 2000s, 90s, and so on and so forth. So I'm not mad at it. Do they say R&B is dead? No, it's just y'all have a preference of this type of R&B, this type of singing, this type of performing, this type of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think we're slowly becoming that generation of, oh damn, we don't like this. You know,
I don't know. I don't even know if it's slowly.
each generation hates the other generation, which is hilarious to me sometimes. It's like a lot of people are becoming that.
Yeah, and I have discussions with my contemporaries about that. Like our parents, for the most part, not my mother because she was very progressive, but most of our parents didn't give a shit about rap music. They thought it was horrible, and we were still in their music.
Hmm.
And now we turned into our parents.
Because they was used to a certain type of regimen. It's like, hey, no, this is music.
Yeah.
I was like, who is you? Now I'd be questioning. My dad said something. My dad triggered me one time, pissed me off one time. I was
Mm-hmm.
just playing some music, cleaning up the dishes. And this one, I was like a teenager or something. I'm just cleaning up dishes, and I was always the one home, like cleaning up everything before everybody got home. My dad gets home, music playing. He's like, all right, let's play some real music. I'm like, all right. Dad, I ain't gonna lie, you kind of just irritated me. And being the strict daddy, I don't care. All right, all right. But
Yeah.
then he realized what it did to me because I'm like, oh, I ain't finna play music around you again. At least my music around you again. And so he realizes like, hey, look, that wasn't that I didn't mean it like that, but I see why I irritated you. It's like your music is real. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I have my preference. I prefer this. I'm like, okay, cool.
That's a way I can digest that.
You say less. It's like, but real music. I'm like, no, all of this is real. It's just you like
It's
this.
just not your cup of tea.
It's not, and that is fine. That is fine, baby.
Yo,
I,
if people want to get in touch with you, how they go about doing that?
they can contact me on IG, man. Instagram is like the most active I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Facebook, I don't know why. I think Facebook is just weird now. Facebook has just grown into this world where you just see a lot of your family members on a lot more active than us. You know what I'm saying? For me, at least that's what I see. But Instagram is where you can tap in with me and connect with me anyway. How you know what I'm saying?
And one more question before I let you go. I ask this to everybody. You're sitting on a park bench, and
Hmm.
God sits down next to you and says, "You can ask me one question. What would it be?"
That's just a great question. Honestly, we ask a lot of people how they doing. I'd be like, God, how you doing? Like seriously, how you look over all of this and you see what's happening. How are you doing mentally? And and let's see what his response is.
I don't. Nobody's actually, to be quite honest, to my recollection, I don't know if I've ever had the same answer twice. But
Mm,
that one, that one is up there,
mm,
because like, yo, that's a hell of a question.
mm-hmm.
You're
Right?
probably gonna get in the pearly gates for that one too, bro.
Like, bro, how you doing? Like, I talk to the guy like he's my big brother upstairs. Not my big brother, but I just talk to him like, yo, what's up, man? Like, what's happening? Like, how you doing, bro? Because this is a lot. What we going through right now, I don't know. Back then, it might have been a little bit easier, but this right here is a little more, in my opinion, a little more difficult. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. It might have been because oh boy, it was. We think we got it hard, but we don't have it hard.
It's I really wonder if he just would say anything or say nothing at all.
think that he,
Him saying nothing to that question would probably speak so many volumes. It's like, I hear you. I hear you. You ain't gotta say nothing. I hear you. Never mind. I get it.
yeah, yeah, that one is gonna stick with me, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I can't possibly thank you enough, man. If there's anything I can do for you, please don't hesitate to let me know, and I got you.
I appreciate you having me on, man. I enjoyed this, man. I love interviews, man. It's a rare thing that I do, but I would like to do it more. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're welcome to come back anytime, man. And shout out to the best manager in the history of
Shout out to
fingertips
Rita.
and vocal cords, Rita.
Love, yeah, Rita Miller, not the one off of Ghost.
On that note, man, I'm gonna let you go, man. And you have a phenomenal day on purpose.
You too. I will on purpose. I'm gonna start saying that.
You know,
I'm gonna start saying that.
I'm
You have
copyright
a
that.
you have a good day on purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. Be
Oh
intentional
my
about
God.
having a great day.
I love that. I'm gonna start saying that to my peoples now. Thank
No
you.
doubt, man. No doubt, man. On that note, man, I'm gonna let you go.
All right, big dog. Peace to you. Peace to everybody.
All right, peace out, bro. Have a
All
good
right.
one.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Jupiter had to reschedule. I think we're gonna do that the 24th. Who do we got next week? Let me look and see really quickly. We got Amari Assad. We're gonna be talking relationships. And yo, we got the Bushman. Come on, man. If you don't know who the fucking Bushman is, man, this is Sal Detroit, man. I don't want to talk to you. Anyway, on that note, this is Jobs. This has been another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio. And y'all have a phenomenal evening. I'm a holla. Peace.